how to get people to hear what you have to say. First, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Scott White, and I could tell you about myself, things that I've done, but you can just watch a short video, so I'm going to just send you there and you can see all that great stuff.
Okay, just going to log into my client's accounts and you can see the results in front of you, the profits, the growth, and this is anywhere from e-commerce sales for selling products. It's also services, coaches and consultants, the full gamut. We kind of do everything. Hopefully this provides the proof. You'll be able to listen to us because of the credibility of the results we've got.
Okay, so diving into the content about how to get people to hear what you have to say. The biggest thing is you have to create a pattern interrupt. So a pattern interrupt is something that creates a shocking thing or something that grabs people's attention and breaks their traditional pattern. So what happens is most people, when they're on their social media, they're in type of a trance. They're flying through their feed, they're seeing what their friends have to say, and this can come in all different forms, right? So, but obviously if it's online, you're doing a video, you're running an ad, you have to some way interrupt their pattern so then they pay attention to you or your video, your content, whatever it may be. So a pattern interrupt, a simple one you can do is just ask a question, right? Like, how to 10x your business? What does it take to get 20 new clients today? How to get a monkey to fly, right? It could be so off the wall because the more off the wall it is, the more people are gonna stop in their tracks and go, I don't know, how to get a monkey to fly. So that's gonna draw their attention in. And obviously you don't even have to tell people how to get a monkey to fly, but then you can take them down that path once you've got their attention and tell them the story that engages them even more and provides more value, that then they're like, oh wow, like I feel like I got what I wanted or more out of it than that. Obviously you can give some funny joke, answer the question, how to get a monkey to fly. You can just grab them and throw them through the air, put a parachute on them and have to a while to get them to fly, right? I don't know. I don't really know how to get a monkey to fly. I'm just making this stuff up on the fly. So at the end of the day, when you talk about pattern interrupts, certain things that you can do is obviously, like I just said. So you could just take a monkey and throw it through the air on your video and people will turn in and watch and stop and be like, oh, what's that? Obviously cute puppies, attractive females. It depends on what your audience wants and where you want to take them, right? So figuring out what that data is can get you more attention and get people to go down that path to start listening to you. Once they start hearing you, right, then that matters most. So what I find when you're talking to your audience, if I'm speaking to the audience, and obviously, hopefully I'm speaking to the right audience right now that's paying attention to me and listening. So if I'm speaking to that audience, I'm gonna ask a question that's relevant with my audience, that they want to know, that's been bugging them, they're struggling with it, they're not sure. And if I can answer that question, but at the same time not answer it immediately, because again, I don't want to just give you the answer and you're off to the races and doing whatever you do on social media. I want to give that answer probably at the end of the video or at the end of the messaging, so then I take you down that path where what I'm doing is positioning myself as the authority. I'm building trust and I'm building credibility. I'm getting you to try to like me and hopefully provide so much value that then when I answer your question, now I build even more credibility because I answered your question, right? If you propose a question and don't answer it, you might lose some credibility because you didn't actually answer their question, right? So as you do that, you can then get people to do what you want, right? And I don't mean like do what you want, but it's essentially you take them down that journey where they're feeling like, hey, wow, I like this guy, I trust him. And now when you speak to that messaging, and I can talk to more about this in other videos, is it's not always trying to give people tons of tasks to do. You don't want to overwhelm them with your content, right? And too many people are like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And then what people think to their mind is say, I don't need to hire this guy. I need to first do this, 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 and this before I hire that. Well, the problem is most people don't even do this, so they never even get to hiring you. So if you want to drive that message of getting them to hire you, your services, or buy your products, you need to take them through that emotional journey once you've grabbed their attention to now make them just take action on what you have. You should be the solution to solving all that problems or that one problem or those multiple problems to then now provide that service that you can help them along their journey. You want them to basically be like, you know what, this is way too much work for me. This guy's done this way too many times. He knows what to do. I'm gonna just have him produce my content. I'm gonna have him just do my ads. I'm gonna have him market for me because I don't even wanna deal with the headache. I'm just going to let them do it all for me. So I know we got a little off topic because it's about pattern interrupts. So when you interrupt somebody's patterns, you can do this obviously if you're in front of people physically. You can, grab them. You can do that. You can ask an off-the-wall question. You can do a shocking video like we talked about. You can see, right, where I could crash a car into the wall. That immediately will grab your attention. I could do something like Bill Parsons did this a long time ago. He produced content about how he killed an elephant and got a huge backlash on this. And Bill Parsons was the CEO of GoDaddy, right? And so the story was he killed an elephant. Massive amounts of people started beating him up and call him, how horrible this was. But the truth behind the story is he did it to save a tribe. This elephant was trampling these people's food, and it actually provided massive amounts of food because they could eat the elephant, and it provided the resource to no longer have that elephant trampede or whatever. I don't even think I'm saying that right. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So you know what they made? They just crushed all their food. So now that elephant's not around. They still got a lot of backlash from it. It's obviously how you feel about killing elephants or not. It's not really the point of the story. It's the fact that it got him massive amounts of attention and really got him in front of people because it grabbed your attention right away, and you're like, oh, I got to read this story. And then once you read it, you're like, oh, wow, he did a good thing. Some people might still feel he did a bad thing. Again, I'm not trying to get into that. But it's about grabbing people's attention. And if you can do that really well and you can interrupt their pattern, then you've conquered the hardest part, right? Again, I like to go back to dating. So if you can grab attention of the person you're interested in, then you've already conquered the hardest part. Then after that, it's just, hopefully being yourself and them liking you. Obviously, I'm not trying to tell you to pretend to be somebody else or any of that stuff, but be you, interrupt people's pattern, grab your audience's attention, and then take them the direction you want to go. Because that's the whole point. Once you misdirect with a pattern interrupt, you want to point them in the direction you want to go. And hopefully that produces more sales, more revenues, more growth, and all that fun stuff for you. Or maybe gets you more dates. At the end of the day, hopefully this helps. And I look forward to engaging with you more. Take care. Thank you. Do you want to grow your business? We have a simple application. All you do is go to our website, click the link, fill it out. From there, we can determine if we're going to be a good fit, as well as we want to figure out what you need most. Is it lead generation? Do you need more customers? Do you need better strategies to help fulfill the customers you currently have and keep them coming back to your store, to your brand, to your service, whatever it may be? So it's really simple. Just go to the application, fill it out. Hopefully we can figure out a plan to make it work for you.